Hi, I'm Dave, an Army veteran, and this is my service dog Grunt, and welcome to Cooking with a Veteran. Hi, I'm Dave Rogers, and welcome to Cooking with a Veteran Short Take. All right, so today I'm going to talk to you about how much ingredients to use when you're cooking stews and stuff like that. And a lot of people had commented to me that I don't really mention how much of something I'm putting into my stews. And the reason being is because it varies. Number one, it's going to vary on how many people you're cooking for, but also what size pot you're using. So let's say I'm using this size pot right here. Okay, this is my nice cast iron pot. I love this pot. So let's say I'm using my cast iron pot. Two things I'm going to keep in mind. Number one, how much meat do I want to use? And in general, for me, I make just enough or cut just enough meat to fill the bottom of the pot itself, because I don't want to overdo it with the meat. I'm trying to lose weight, even though I love eating, and also because I don't want to miss out on the vegetables. There's lots of great vegetables and roots and stuff like that that I put into my stews and to my soups. So when it comes to the vegetables, the bigger root vegetables, okay, like this, like the parsnips and the radish roots and all the other stuff, those bigger vegetables, I'm going to cut enough of that so that it fills about half of the pot. Because remember, you're going to have your meat, you're going to have your smaller vegetables if you put in corn or whatever else like that. You're also going to have your broth, okay? So generally what I do, and for me, like, I kind of know how much vegetables fit into my pots because they're my pots. But if you're not sure, take your big vegetables, cut some of them up, the different vegetables, place them in the pot. Once it reaches the halfway mark, you know you have enough vegetables, okay? So that's, to me, that's just a great general rule for how many vegetables you should put into your pot. Okay, thank you for joining us again on Cooking with a Veteran. We're hoping that you're enjoying the episodes as much as we're enjoying filming them and producing them for you. Be sure to like our link below and follow us so that you can see more episodes coming on. Until next time, hoorah! All right, so when I take my vegetables, like let's say I take my potato here, okay? When I was growing up, I learned just to chop it, all right, and make slices. And you can do that, that's fine. The problem with that is when you're cooking, especially if you're making stews, the slices tend to stick together, all right? So when I'm cutting a vegetable, like especially a root vegetable, it's always great to just kind of like rotate it and cut it, okay, into different sizes. And this does two things. Number one, they won't stick together so much when you're cooking, but it also allows a more free flow for the broths when you put the broth inside of your soups. Now, let's say that I do have to slice because I'm going to layer a vegetable, all right? In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to slice it straight along this way. I'm actually going to take them at curves like this. And what it does is it allows me to create, especially with smaller vegetables, it allows me to create a much thicker slice, a much longer slice, okay? So that I may layer my vegetables better that way.